So I'm working on making like a sort of decoder for various abbreviations and like shorthand things that we use in the lab. So I was reading a paper and I came across O/N, which we use for overnight. Another thing is like RT, room temperature. Then we have things that are more like scientific-y, like KPB or KB, like kilobase pairs, terms that we use when we talk about the lengths of nucleic acid sequences. So basically there's a lot of this terminology that we kind of just take for granted once we've been in the lab a long time, or we've been in science a long time. And this can raise the barrier for actually other people accessing the lab, because it makes it kind of seem like we have this like exclusive clique, and then people are like, oh, I don't know what that means, I don't belong. I want everybody to feel like they belong in a lab, and as people are starting out the new semester, maybe getting into research for the first time, I want to kind of make a guide that people can go to if they come across a term and they're not sure what it means. And so I want your help. If there's a term that you've come across and been confused about, some sort of like abbreviation. This could be like a chemical name. This could be something like the various things of types of water, DI, DD, or DD, all these various types of water. Don't worry, those will be included, as well as things like WT, wild type, and various abbreviations for certain units, certain experimental names, various jargon like hot for radioactive or crash out for precipitate. So if there are those sorts of things that you've come across in the lab, maybe you're more advanced in the lab, you were a lab scientist, you know these terms, help pass on that knowledge. Let's make biochemistry accessible for everybody, lower that barrier a little for getting in. It's just a little small thing that I can do. I can't make it so that everybody can get into a lab, but I want you to feel like a lab is a place that you could be happy, and this is just like a small thing that I'm trying to do in order to make science more accessible and make biochemistry more accessible, because biochemistry is really, really awesome, and I don't want it to seem scary, and I don't want it to seem like this foreign place. I just want you to be in on our language, and so some of these terms that just like become second nature to me in the lab, and then I just have to realize, like, I've been trying to think through all of these terms, like, oh, which are the ones that I was confused about when I first saw them, or which of these wouldn't, like, somebody wouldn't really know, and it's not like they're like specific, like they're not usually defined or that sort of thing. And so of course some abbreviations will have multiple meanings, and I'll include that where possible. But basically I've gotten so used to a lot of these terms that I don't even realize that they're weird. And so if there are those certain things that we use, just like the slang or the spin down, various things like this, if there are terms like that, if there are abbreviations you come across, I want to know. So please, like, message or put in the comments would be best, these various terms that you've come across, so I can add them to my page. I'm going to have a page on my blog with these various terms as well, so I'm probably going to do a video just kind of walking through some of them, because so to make things easier for you, here's just my list in progress. Some of it is more fleshed out than other parts, just so you can see what's already there. Maybe then avoid you suggesting it because it's already there, or like trigger your memory, oh yeah, that other term. So I'd appreciate if you just tried to like leave this part as is and then add your proposed terms down here. And I'd really appreciate it. And thanks again, everyone. Science to be sure for everybody. Biochemistry is really, really awesome, and I need your help making it so that everybody can see how awesome it is. So thank you in advance.